Hi, I'm Feven K, Fox 5 morning anchor, and I'm so excited to be here at Mojave High today. The video editing class here is fantastic. It was an absolute joy to talk to the kids. Students had wonderful questions. I'm really excited to see where their skills that they're learning in this class takes them in the future.
We have a guest speaker coming in today. This is Feven K from Fox 5 News. She'll be giving you guys basically like a background of like what she does, and then after you guys will ask her questions.
All right, clap it up for her.
Thank you for the invitation. I'm going to take this off now just for a little bit. So I'm super excited to be here today. I was sitting where you guys were not that long ago, but in college. I'm a journalism major. I went to Cal State Northridge. I'm a Matador. They have an excellent journalism program. I'm from California, so in California it was like either USC is kind of like the school that everyone wants to go to, but I couldn't afford that. So I did my research and found that Cal State Northridge had just as a prestigious and qualified program, and I'm so glad I did. I actually got into journalism a little later in life, and so I take what I do very, very seriously. I started off as an MMJ. Well, actually, no, I didn't. I started off behind the scenes as an assignment editor at Cal State Northridge. They offer great internships, so I interned at TMZ. They offered me a job after graduation, but after that internship, I interned at KTLA 5 News, which is the #1 news station in LA, and I loved it. I loved it so much because TMZ was great, right? You get all the perks, the celebrities, that's fun, but there was no purpose there. But yeah, I wanted to be behind the scenes because that's where the power is, okay? The power isn't with the people that you see in front of the camera. It's the playmakers behind the scenes. It's our assignment editors, it's our news directors, it's our producers who decide what stories we follow. Yeah, we can come in and pitch them, but if they don't like them, we don't get to do them. So I wanted to be the one with the power so that what happened to my family didn't happen again. And the rest is history. And now I'm here at Fox 5, so it's been great. But I definitely only go, I had job offers at stations bigger than Fox 5 and cities bigger than Vegas that pay a lot more than here, but for me it was important to work for a station that lets me tell the stories that I want to tell.
How long have you been in the news field?
Since I've been on air since August of 2016, but I graduated from CSUN in 2013. So almost 10 years in the news business, yeah. And I always recommend too, because interning to me is like the best thing you can do, because it kind of teaches you, or really kind of gives you that experience to learn whether this is something you really want to do or whether you don't want to do it. Like, I thought TMZ, are you kidding me? Like, this was going to be everything. But once I got a taste of the news side, I'm like, okay, no. This is why I kind of got in the business, to tell these kind of stories. And even though I was really good at TMZ, that's not going to fulfill me, right? And so when I was at the assignment desk, I learned so much. I learned, because basically what an assignment editor does is they're always looking out for news, whether it's breaking news, whether it's good stories, whether it's tips from Facebook, our emails, phone calls, or just what's happening in the news. And I learned so much on that end that I didn't need help from anyone when I became a reporter, because it's like I can make all the calls myself. When my reporters would come in, I would literally hand them papers. This is your story. This is who you're interviewing. Meet them at 4 o'clock. You're live at 5:15. Boom. So when it was my turn to be on that end, it was like, okay, I know what to do now. So I always say explore different sides of whatever business you want to be in. If you want to just be in media and, whether it's commercial, there's just so many different ways that you can live and make really good money doing what you love to do. You just have to really figure out what it is that you want to do. And everything's not going to be perfect, right? I was terrible my first 6 months. Well, maybe my first 3 months. It was really, really bad, and I remember getting in the car every day, calling my sister, crying like, I'm terrible. I should have just stayed on the desk. I suck at this. And she's like, it's okay. I mean, crying, because I was that bad. And she's like, no, you just got to keep trying, just keep doing it, just keep doing it. So I think people see this today and are like, oh, and it's like, oh, no. It was really bad in the beginning, you know, not making slat, slurring my words, forgetting what I was supposed to say. But it's kind of like riding a bike, you keep doing it and you keep going. Any of you guys wanted to go into news, you know, and you have that video editing skill in your back pocket, that already puts you ahead of the game. Don't ever think that you don't have the necessary tools. If you have the talent and the tenacity and the drive, you can make it happen. Friends who got out of the business because they felt like they couldn't be themselves. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. So I'm very true to who I am. When I got in the business, you know, everyone looked exactly the same. They all wore their hair the same. They wore their nails the same. They wore the same dresses. And I said, I'm going to be me. And I think there were times that people probably looked at my social media and were like, oh, okay. But it's never, ever gotten in the way of me getting a job. I've never had to apply for a job. They come calling. So I think if you're your authentic self, great. But whatever you do, make sure there's purpose in what you're doing. So, well, can I get a picture with you guys? Oh my God, do you guys have any questions for me?
Any last questions?
A big thank you to the video production class here at Mojave High for inviting me out to speak. I had such a great time. Students had wonderful questions, lots of bright futures in this classroom, and I'm always happy to come back. So give me a call whenever. Thank you.